Hi everyone, my name is Ambika and I want to share with you 3 strategic and mental tips that I always like to emphasize with my students when we're working on the SAT math, which has quite a big range of difficulty from easy to quite hard. So number 1, in general, I'm always working with my students to make sure they're using all the tools available in the Bluebook app. But especially on the math, I like to use the Mark for Review tool. So this is a tool that basically flags a question so that students can come back to it at the end. And I always encourage my students to remember to use this for an average of maybe 3 to 5 questions every section so that they're making sure they're getting the easier points first and saving the hardest points for last. Secondly, another tool in Bluebook is called Desmos. Desmos is a built-in graphing and scientific calculator that is also available on the internet. So students should be using the Desmos graphing and scientific calculator anytime they're practicing SAT questions and remembering to use it and understanding how especially the graphing tool can save them time. It's often a really valuable shortcut on questions that would otherwise take a lot longer. And thirdly, this last one is about overcoming fear on a hard question. So often it's actually our mental anxiety that trips us up on a question, but the SAT math questions, the hard ones, are often based on a familiar concept disguised with some kind of tricky layer to it. So I like to say, focus on what's familiar on an SAT math question. Focus on what you know. For example, this is at its core a question where we're actually just adding fractions that have different denominators, or at its core it's a system of equations question. Oftentimes students have seen the concept before, and so focusing on that can help us find a place to start. All right, I hope this helped, and happy studying on the SAT math.